Hey, it's Aunt Shazy. Have you been to the governor's residence at the Boettcher Mansion? It's commonly just called the Colorado Governor's Mansion by those of us who live in Colorado, but it is one of Denver's most historic and architecturally impressive homes, and we got to visit it on one of their free days that they have throughout the year. Aunt Shazy's favorite way to explore history for free. Located in the Capitol Hill neighborhood near Governor's Park, the mansion has served as Colorado's official governor's residence since 1960, but its story began long before that. The mansion was originally commissioned in 1907 by Walter Scott Cheesman, one of Denver's most influential early businessmen and real estate developers. Cheesman helped bring railroad expansion and major real estate growth to Denver during the late 1800s. Unfortunately, he died before construction was completed, so the home was ultimately occupied by his widow Alice and daughter Gladys. Gladys even got married there. The house was completed in 1908 in a grand Georgian revival style. It originally contained 27 rooms and was considered one of the finest homes in the city. Soon after the home was completed, Gladys married John Evans II, grandson of John Evans, Colorado Territory's second governor and the founder of the University of Denver. The family added several elaborate landscape features over time, including rose gardens, pergolas, fountains, and a glass-enclosed solarium known as the Palm Room. It's beautiful. In 1923, the mansion was purchased by wealthy industrialist Claude K. Boettcher and his wife Edna. They were among Colorado's most powerful business families, with interests in ranching, sugar, cement, utilities, banking, and transportation. Basically, their fingers were in a lot of pots. During their ownership, the mansion became known for lavish social gatherings attended by national political figures, business leaders, and celebrities. After Claude and Edna died in the late 1950s, the Boettcher Foundation offered the property to the state of Colorado as the official governor's residence. Interestingly, several state agencies initially rejected the gift because the building required extensive repairs and maintenance. There was even discussion of auctioning off the mansion's furnishings. Eventually, Governor Stephen McNichols accepted the property on behalf of the state on the final day of 1959. The mansion officially became the governor's residence in 1960 and has since housed numerous Colorado governors and hosted thousands of official events, receptions, holiday celebrations, and visiting dignitaries. The mansion was added to the National Register of Historic Places in 1969. Now for some cool items to keep an eye out for when you visit. There is a 1914 Steinway grand piano in the mansion's drawing room. You can see where Liberace signed it after he played it during a show at Red Rocks Amphitheater in 1969. Luckily, another family noticed it and asked a docent about it, or I would have missed it. And for super history nerds like me who love seeing original items, there is one small area with confirmed items remaining from the Cheesman family. A Tiffany clock and 2 candelabras that are sitting on the mantel in the drawing room, right behind the piano. The governor's room houses a wall of governors that has photos of every past and present Colorado governor, along with their spouses, the first ladies, and Colorado's first ever first gentleman. If you've been to the mansion before, please leave a comment about what was your favorite item that you saw. I'm curious. In 2003, Governor Bill Owens formally renamed it the Governor's Residence at the Boettcher Mansion to honor the family's role in preserving the property. For architecture fans, the mansion is especially notable for its Georgian revival styling, gigantic 2-story Ionic columns, mahogany woodwork and oak floors, historic European furnishings and tapestries, extensive formal gardens and terraces, and original early 20th century decorative details. Today, the mansion functions as both a ceremonial residence and a public historic site. I say ceremonial because the first family of Colorado does not actually live in the residence. Who knew? Not me before we went. Like I mentioned, they do host free public tours throughout the year, and the mansion is frequently decorated for holidays and special events. I would personally love to go back during the holidays to see it all decorated up for Christmas. If you want to learn more or schedule a tour, I'll put the official site in the video description. Also, if you have some free time, about a mile away is Cheesman Park, obviously named after the Cheesman family. I learned a really awesome tidbit of information while visiting the mansion about the park. Did you know that the area where the park is located now was once the first major cemetery in Denver? Back in 1858, the land was opened as Mount Prospect Cemetery, and by the next year, the first burial took place. Over time, it became the final resting place for thousands of early Denver residents. But by the 1880s, the cemetery had fallen into serious neglect. As Denver rapidly grew, city leaders decided to turn the land into a public park. Families were asked to move their loved ones to other cemeteries, but many graves were never claimed. In the 1890s, a contractor was hired to remove the remaining bodies. The process quickly became controversial when workers reportedly used small coffins and handled remains poorly in order to increase the number of payments they received and make more money. Seems to be a theme here in Colorado. If you haven't checked out my video on the Return to Nature funeral home scandal, check that out next. Anyway, when the park officially opened in the early 1900s, historians believed thousands of bodies were still buried beneath the ground. So when you walk through Cheesman Park, remember, one of Denver's most beautiful parks was once its largest cemetery. As always, thanks for watching. Now hit that like button for me and go watch one of my other Colorado videos.